Hello, good people. Stefan here, Bob Proctor, certified mentoring consultant. Well, welcome to this episode. And today I've chosen to share with you some of the deepest wisdom that come from one of the most influential and, in my opinion, wisest first lady in the entire history of the world in the United States. I talk about Eleanor Roosevelt. She was the first of the all first lady in the US and in the world that back in 20s and 30s and 40s, she had his own business. It was very unusual. He was, really ahead of her time. Otherwise, she was a wife of the President Franklin Delano Roosevelt, who was the only one that was voted 4 times as the leader of this nation in a very, very difficult time, for the world economy and the U.S. in those during 30s and 40s. It was merely during the big recession in U.S. and during the Second World War. And why I'm mentioning because they say that behind every great man there is a great woman. That's exactly who she was. She was the author of several books, best-selling books, and many wise quotes. And the one quote that helped me in life to take my life to another dimension, to have a better life, I will share with you today. And I will deep dive to this quote because, when you apply it to your everyday life, when you make it to your habit, it will really help you to make your life better. The quote is nothing can harm you without your permission. Yeah, nothing can harm you without your own permission. Simply says it's about your reactions to life. And I suggest that you think for a moment about deep wisdom in this quote that the quote contains, because if you apply it, you make it to your habit, your life will never be the same. Uh, you see, the world is full of all kind of people. Some will, praise you, some will insult you, some will love you, some will try to put you down. Certain kind of people because misery loves company, we can say. And the thing is that if you live by the words, you will forever be marionette dancing to the tune of the harps. So today, let's take a look how to live in such a way that no one has the power to disturb your inner peace, to provoke anger within you or make you sad. Because, if someone can make you angry or make you sad, so it means that they have control of your life, they have bigger control of you than you have of yourself. The moment you allow another person, words, action, or presence trigger an emotional reactive within you, you literally handed over the key to your very core, to inner world, to him. And you are the victim of his choices. So I can give you an example. Imagine for a moment that you wake up in the morning and you're feeling great, peaceful, joyful, you have a beautiful day in front of you. But someone comes along and says something unpleasant, and suddenly your mood changes. What has happened here? What has happened? That you were in control just a moment ago, but now because of a few words that someone has said, you became disturbed. This moment that your emotions are being dictated by external factors, you handed your control of your life to the other person, of your inner state. Now, let's say another person is the same situation, but remains unshaken. Someone hurls insults on him or her, but they just walk away, they smile and walk away. Why? Because they have understood a simple truth that other people's words and actions belong to them, not to you. If you choose to pick them up and make them yours, you give them power over you, power over internal world. This is why two people can experience the same situation different way. One gets furious, and the other remains calm. It's not, about the external event that causes the difference. It's your perception of the situation. It's how you perceive it within yourself, how you process the information inside of you. If you are quick to anger, it means that you are like, you can say, marionette in the hands of others on the external world. Some people, mm, y- some people, they're manipulative and they know exactly which strings to pull in order to make you dance to the tune, we can call it. They say something and you react. They push you a little and you explode. They insult you and you go mad in pieces. So think for the moment. Is this intelligence? Is this freedom? Or is this slavery? Yeah, obviously the last option, slavery. The true power is when you remain untouched, no matter circumstances, no matter what happens around you. It's when you decide how you feel, not others. But what if someone is being, truly offensive and unfair? You ask, shouldn't I react? The question here, to be honest, is not about reacting or not reacting. The questions here is whether you're responding consciously or merely reacting out of compulsion. If you allow anger to take over, your mind loses clarity and your actions or reactions become thoughtless. But if you remain composed, you remain steady, you can choose the best possible way to handle the situation. You maybe need to speak up. You maybe need to walk away. You maybe need to address the issue in the most strategic way, the best way for you. However, the moment you lose your control, you lose the ability to make the right choices. Um, Look around you, for example, people you know, and look at the people around and who get angry easily. I'm sure you know this kind of people. Are they in control of their own lives, or are they always disturbed by something or someone? Yeah, I think you have the answer. You will see that the anger never brings solutions. It only brings stress, frustration, regrets, and more problems. If you want to be free, if you want to be powerful, then make one simple decision now. No one will have ever the power to make you angry or to make you sad. It doesn't matter what happened. Whatever happens outside, you remain steady inside. This is the true mastery over happiness and personal autonomy, the total personal freedom. Words are just words, and you give them meaning inside of your mind, inside of yourself. Every day, people say all sorts of things, some pleasant, some unpleasant. But have you ever noticed that the same word can mean different things to two different people? And it depends not on people, on these people. It depends. It depends. Not it doesn't. It depends on the words. It depends on these people. It depends on you in your life, in your situations that you will end up. You give the words the true meaning and let them affect you positive way or negative way. It's all about choice. You are just one decision away from a completely different life. My mentor used to say, yeah, it's so close. The only power they have, the words on you, is the one you assign to them and other people as well. who talks these words. You know, many people spend their entire lives in unhappiness and trouble just simply because they have not learned to filter consciously what kind of information they allow to enter into their minds. You know, some people are experts to dump garbage, negative information, negative idea in other people's minds. So if you don't consciously don't develop the ability to filter this information, you will be like these people I mentioned a while ago, unhappy, unsatisfied. You will take every comment, every insult, every criticism, every issue as a personal attack. They allow others' words to define their mood, their self-worth, and even the future. It's how it is. But the truth is, you have a choice. You can decide which words to accept, which to reject. For example, some people prize you, come to you over and give you good feedback, prize you, you are happy. If they insult you, you feel hurt. You know, both these reactions show that you depend on others. If someone comes to you and give you compliment, praise you, and you feel you made my day, there's nothing wrong with it, but actually it is, because you develop the habit over time to hand the key to your inner state to other people. And today he came over to you and said good things because he was in a good mood and he made your day. Tomorrow he will come on next week in bad mood and he will take your day from you because you have the habit to place your key to your inner state in external situation, other people's hands. So the truth is that if you truly want to be free, you must stop giving words so much importance. People have always been fighting, gossiping, complaining and reacting. If you get too much involved in this drama, you will lose your peace, your purpose, your vision of your future, and the present moment as well. Because drama always seeks attention. It wants you to react, to get you entangled, and to participate. As soon or later, you get caught in its web. And if you follow this game, you will be part of it. But the moment you step back and simply observe the game changes. You are not longer a part of it. It's like, observing the storm through a beautiful, clear window. You're there, maybe sometimes here observing the storm here outside of this window, but I'm not part of it. I not get wet. I don't get blow down. I don't need to pay the price. So you simply walk through life unaffected by its noises. This is how actually, my opinion, life should be. You have the power to choose whether you engage in it or not. And if you learn to watch from a distance without getting pulled in, your life will be effortless. Your life will change completely. You know, they are, what should I say, some people, thrive on drama. They create problems and they seek attention by pulling others people into the chaos. If you respond to them emotionally, you are caught in the trap automatically. But if you simply zoom out from it and just observe, you will see how predictable the patterns are. You will begin to recognize the same cycles repeating over and over and over again. And once you can see it clearly, you will stop reacting. you will realize that nothing of it is truly about you. People, behave according to your own limitations. Their words and actions are merely expression of their own limits. Don't let their limits be yours. Don't let their inner chaos affect your life. Remember, if you spend your life reacting to how others behave, then your life, your peace will always be in their hands. What kind of life is that? Should your inner state be controlled by what someone else says or does? The answer is of course not. And the truth is that it's not actually what people do or say that disturb you. It's your interpretation of it, of the situation, your perception of it. You create, in your mind, you create a story, and the story determines your emotions. Instead of reacting impulsively, ask yourself, is this worth my peace? If the answer is no, then why let it affect you? Place your attention of something or someone that really deserve it. The truth is you cannot control how people behave, how people think. You cannot face them. You cannot force them, to be kind, to be honest, to be smart, to behave a certain way, to respond to the life a certain way. They act according to their own nature, just as you act according to yours. If you depend on other behavior in order to be happy, then you've given them control over your life. However, the moment you decide that your peace is your own responsibility, is your own hands, no one will take it from you. The ultimate peace can never be taken from you. Viktor Frankl, by the way. It doesn't mean you will allow wrong things happen, you just stand there watching. It means you act with clarity instead of reacting emotionally. You choose the best response. Let people do what they want to do, but don't let it disturb your inner state. When you master this, you will experience a kind of freedom that most people will never know during whole their life. The true strength is to not being shaken. Exactly. Stay conscious and respond. Don't react, no matter circumstances. Many people believe that being strong is being aggressive, in being allowed, in being dominant. Hey, here I am, you know. But the real power is not. It's something internally. It's the ability, to remain steady, to remain calm, and control yourself no matter what happens, no matter circumstances. It's the power to choose your response instead of reacting impulsively. This is the really strength. The true power is in, when nothing can disturb your inner peace. Exactly. You see, the difference between impulsive reaction and conscious response happens when you become aware of the space in time you have there in between the input you've got from the outside world and your response to it. And when you use it to your advantage, you observe what happens and choose the best response from your higher self, from the best of the situation. It's what stay conscious is all about. As you practice staying conscious, I can promise you that you will find that your reactions will become fewer and your responses will become wiser. And your results will become better over time. Yes, that's how it is. Strength is not it, proving yourself to others. It's not in arguing to winning battles. It's to be aware to understand that some battles are won, but not fight them at all. Yeah, it's what self-control is all about. It was, by the way, Marcus Aurelius quote, the empire of Rome and Stoic and philosopher. So it's in knowing that nothing outside of you has the power to shake you unless you allow it. Exactly how it is. The true freedom is when your inner state does not depend on others. It's the ultimate freedom. It's Viktor Frankl once again. You know, and it starts when you take full responsibility of yourself and of your reactions to life. Yeah, responses to life. Now, your reactions to life show clearly, very clearly, where you live psychologically, emotionally. And where you live psychologically reflects in the external physical world through those results you got. It's exactly how it is. The external world is a neutral reflection of your inner state. So you have no control of your inner state. Chaos there. Your external world is chaos. Remember, your peace and your joy is your responsibility, not your mother, not your, relative, no one. It's your responsibility. Finally, just because something happened outside of you, it doesn't mean that it must happen inside of you. It's a good principle to remember. This is the difference between a reactive person and a conscious one. Save your reaction for things that truly matters, and you will find that life will become much lighter, much simpler, much more powerful, peaceful, and much more worth living. The true power is not in controlling others, but it's in controlling yourself, your emotional state. Yes, your emotions can be your biggest advantage or your, biggest enemy. The day you master your reactions to life, you will experience that the true meaning of this quote that Eleanor Roosevelt years ago told us. Nothing can harm you without your permission. And you are just one decision away from a totally different life. Yeah, thank you for spending few minutes with me. I hope I gave you value.